I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra. Today we're in Frankfurt to meet with Thomas Egner, Secretary General of the Euro Banking Association, and we're going to be discussing changes within the industry and the role of EBA. But firstly, Thomas, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
To start off with, let's talk about instant payments, open banking and indeed PSD2. Why are these topics so important and how do you think they've influenced today's payment businesses?
I think what you first have to look at is the development of IT and IT architectures in the past years. And what you see there is that the society is moving in towards digitalization, digital economy, and buzzwords like Industry 4.0 go around. If you look at these trends, you will see that business models and value models need to be redesigned. Now, on banking, what does that mean for banking? And that's the question on open banking and instant payments. If you see the move towards digitalization, open economy, that means that data is going to be the new oil, as people say. Data, however, today sits with the banks. It is in the possession of course, the account holder, but it sits with the bank. Open banking means that banks need to open up to provide access for third parties so that these third parties can then deliver value propositions and products for the use in the financial and non-financial environment. That means, on the other hand, that you as well need to take care of a good regulatory environment. And this we have seen with PSD2, where PSD2 describes PIS and AIS, so Payment Initiation Services and Account Information Services. Means that the account holder can do services, can use products of third parties to bring and better serve his financial and perhaps his non-financial life either. This, however, means that banks need to define their own and new strategy in this new environment. So what role do they want to play? Do they want to be just the provider of data? Do they want to create business models to use their data? Do they want to set up and act as a platform, as a payments platform, or do they want to get active, proactive in this data-driven environment?
All right, and what other forces have you seen in action changing the industry today?
Well, of course, there's the instant payment stuff, which is not a European idea. This is discussed in other countries as well. Then if you talk about topics in different countries, you of course discuss about region interoperability. We discuss global real-time payments, but there are other topics as well. For example, if you look at this opening up of data, you immediately are in the topic of artificial intelligence, so data usage, how to explore data, how to analyze and how to work with the data. You are in the area of robotics. And last but not least, you as well are in the area of cyber and cybercrime and how to protect this asset towards your customer. You are in the area of e-identity, so there are lots of new topics, new technologies around, which is very important for banks to deal with.
Certainly some change to be looking out for on the horizon there. And finally, how is EBA providing value for its members, particularly in the areas we've just mentioned?
Well, the Euro Banking Association is an association of payment practitioners. And these payment practitioners not only come from banks, but from the whole ecosystem. So as a member of the association, we do have banks, large banks, small banks, but as well we do have system integrators, we do have consultancies and IT technology firms. So all of this gives a perfect mix on how to tackle the topics we have just discussed. We do that within our working groups. We have working groups which are only open to our members, but as well we try to embrace the broader community, all of our stakeholders. We do that with the open fora. We run 2 of them. And of course we have as well working groups which are open only for banks, members or non-members. For example, PSD2 or just recently founded Smart 2. We do all this within our 4 pillars, within our 4 service lines. And we run, number 1 is thought leadership and innovation. Number 2 is market practices and regulatory guidance. Number 3 is education. And number 4 is networking and events. I think all of the 4 pillars they come together and form a unique USP vis-à-vis our members, where they come together and discuss the topics, understand the topics, and as well define their own strategies out of these individual meetings. For example, and as you can see at today's EBA Day, we're discussing lots of those items, and all of them are interconnected, as I said. So we get input into our working groups from our networking events and vice versa.
Thomas, this has been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.